YouTube's happening. It is Friday, December 19th, and we're talking football. We're talking all the football. We're going to cover the four college football playoff games because you see, we have Bama, Oklahoma tonight, and then we have three games tomorrow. So we're going to cover all four of those games. I really do not care about these random bowl games. There's too many factors in there that makes it hard to predict who's going to win. So I don't mess with them usually. So that's why you haven't seen me talk about any videos, nothing like that. If you want the spreadsheets, member, you got to be a member. You can get a spreadsheet for every bowl game up there. So, but I don't cover them because I don't personally bet on them. And I'm not going to put plays out that I don't bet on. So, yeah. So, you know that. So, but I will be betting on these four bowl games because I will be watching these four bowl games. So, you will too, probably. So, we're going to cover these four. And then we're also going to come over here to the NFL. We're going to cover the two Saturday games. If you didn't know, NFL has Saturday games this week. Philadelphia, Washington, Green Bay, Chicago. We're going to cover these two as well. So that's six football games. We're going to do both of them. Let's go ahead and jump to the first, the tonight college game right now. Okay, so we're gonna start with college first, because it's tonight. Everything else is tomorrow, but it's Friday. Let's do them together. Why not? If you want to see lines and stuff, you know what? Since we're here, this game is at 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. West Coast. Like, what are we doing in this game? I know it's Friday, but come on now. You couldn't find like a certain slot anywhere to put this game. One weird time for a game, but whatever. This game is at 2:30 Eastern. I'll show you the sheets. Why not? Let me just pull them over for you. I got you a little bit. Here you go. Kennesaw, Western Michigan. There's a sheet for you. If you want to play it, there you go. Have fun. And also, here is the North NC State. NC State Memphis sheet. There you go. So if you want that, there you go. Cool. So what we're gonna do though is focus on Bama. That's first. So Bama, Oklahoma, Crimson v. Crimson, one versus Crimson Cream, one versus Crimson White. So the Crimson Bowl, might as well call it that. So Oklahoma is a 1.5 point favorite. Remember, Oklahoma already beat Alabama earlier this year. So we need to pull their, I'm gonna pull their schedules on this one. We're gonna be a little more breakdowny than usual. So, and that game was in Tuscaloosa. So they beat them in Tuscaloosa. Now they're going to Oklahoma. So you see the numbers and everything, right? Let's also look at the public betting because I can do that. Apparently, we need to do that more. So you see where the money, the bets, the money, the spread bets the money, and then over under bets money. So you can see all that there. If you care about that stuff there, that's why I'm showing you because for some reason it started out as Bama being favored by 1.5. That's where they opened the line. It has shifted all the way to this. So Oklahoma being 1.5. So that tells you a lot. And then it tells you that there's a good bit of money and stuff on. Yeah. So yeah, good to know. Let's go ahead and look at the spreadsheet a little bit, shall we? For this game, we're going to go Oklahoma, bang, and we can see our numbers. We can see how they've been doing. Now, these are the last three games, so we can see how they've been doing. So I wish I could do. I wish college was a little bit better when it came to injury reporting because some of the things I've been seeing about this game in particular is that Bama had a lot of people out with injury during the Georgia game, where Georgia just absolutely just punched them in the mouth. Oklahoma, you can see on certain things based on this. This was a hard one to pick. It's hard to pick this one. So we have Bama's pass defense has been amazing. Bama's defense has been pretty damn good in the last three games against who they played. So you got to look at who they played last three games too. They played this counts the Georgia game. So this counts Georgia, this counts Auburn, and it counts is it Oklahoma? It was that the last three games they played? Yeah. Um Let me look. Is that correct? Georgia, Auburn, Eastern Illinois. That's the three teams. So, so still 10 and 26 on rush. Oklahoma's last three games were who? LSU, Missouri, and at Bama. So this includes the at Bama. So you can see the rush defense was good. Passes, uh. Then you got the whole thing about Bama being on the road versus last year, but they sucked on the road last year. They actually been fairly decent on the road this year, but they struggle with Oklahoma because they can run and running quarterbacks. Mateer likes to run on them, and he does well. So what am I going to do with this one? Based on this, there's always the age-old adage: it's hard to beat the same team twice in a season. If you play sports, you know this. You know how that goes, unless there's a vast difference in like talent. That's not here. So. Ugh. It's plus 1.5 for Bama. It's 1.5 for Oklahoma. If it was three, I'd probably take plus three, but oh, I kind of want to go under 40.5. That's the over under is 40.5. I kind of want to go under because I don't trust it. It's gonna be 49 degrees. That's a little cold for Bama players. Kind of. Um, I'm gonna go under, yeah, because the defenses are good. I don't trust the offenses at all. Give me under 40. This game could easily be like a 24-10 final. Either way, I don't know who. So yeah, I'm picking something. I'm going to go under 40.5. Give me a low scoring game. Let's move on to the next one. All right, moving on to the Saturday slate. Our first game is going to be Miami and Texas A&M. Game is in College Station, so you can see it is 3.5 with a 47.5. Public betting numbers for those that care. There you go. You can see where it is. Interesting. Yes. So we need to pop over and look at our spreadsheet, which is going to be A&M right there. Yes. So pop, pop, bang. All right, so both last three games, you can see what they've been up to. Let's see the last three teams they play so you can kind of get an idea of who's what, why the numbers are what they are. Miami's last three games were at, really? Yeah, at Pitt, they won 38-7. At West Virginia, they won 34-17. And home against NC State. Those were their last three games. You can see what they did. Good stuff overall. So, yeah. Um, yeah, pretty good. They've been great. Offense, defense has been nasty. You know this. Nothing crazy there. We go to Texas A&M side. Their last three games were at Texas. They lost by 10. Um, Home against Samford, not Stanford, Samford in the SEC Cupcake weekend, which is 48-0. And then the home win against South Carolina, 31-30. So, and then someone shared an interesting graphic that all their wins in the conference have came against the bottom half of the SEC. That's interesting. You're only as good as who you play, really. So, I mean, these numbers look good against, yeah, yeah, their whole schedule here. I'll show you the schedule. You can see it on screen. Like, yeah, you played this is A&M. So you can see they play UTSA, Utah State, Notre Dame. Cool. Auburn, Miss State, Florida, Arkansas, LSU, Missouri, South Carolina, and then they lost to Texas, the one team that's top of the stand, like half of the standing. So that makes me inclined to take Miami. And then again, on top of it, you also got Carson Beck out there, a quarterback who's been there for like 17 years, who is seasoned, who's been through all this. He's played the SEC schedule. He was at Georgia forever. So the A&M's not going to bother him. But then Saban said something about A&M likes to pipe in noise to it's like the loudest possible. And then people are commenting like, I've been to a game. It's so damn loud. You cannot hear yourself talk. So yeah, so many things. The spread's currently Miami 3.5 plus. I'm taking that. I don't trust A&M. I bet against them against Texas. I believe I did. That was so long ago. I think I did. So I'm gonna take Miami plus 3.5. Miami plus 3.5. I think the Canes, I like that defensive line. I think Carson Beck is experienced. I think it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be warmish. 63. It's not gonna rain. Really no wind. Any less than 10. Not worried about it. So yeah, I think they'll be all right. So give me Miami. Let's move on next. All right, game number 2 on Saturday is going to be the Tulane Green Wave, coached by Mr. I got 2 jobs, 2 phones, 2 plugs, 2 loads. That would be Mr. Summerall, who is busy. His Twitter's hilarious. How he has it's like a coach of this team, coach of this. It's funny. Um, Against a team without a coach who left and left them in the middle of the night for a better team, supposedly better setup, supposedly grass always greener. But they promoted old Golden to the DC to the head coach now, so I'm sure Ole Miss fans love that one. They weren't happy. They weren't happy. So 17.5 point favorite against Tulane, 57.5. I mean, just going on sheer talent alone, I mean, Tulane's not bad. They're not bad. We're gonna take a look at their sheet. We're gonna look at the schedule, see what they've been up to. Ole Miss, let's look at the last 3 games of who did what, so we can kind of get an idea of what these numbers mean, really. So Tulane's last 3 games were against North Texas. They won 34-21 at home. Charlotte, yeah, that Charlotte, they won 27-0 at home. And Temple, 37-13 on the road at Temple. So these numbers, you played 2 teams in North Texas who was actually pretty good. On the other side, Ole Miss, their last 3 games, like at Mississippi State in the Egg Bowl, they whooped ass in the Egg Bowl because I watched pretty much the whole thing. It was like the only thing on that day too. You watched it too because it was on Friday. Florida, they won 34-24 at home, and then the Citadel, they won 49-0. So yeah, the numbers are going to look pretty good for both teams. Their only rough game was North Texas, who was I think they were like 24th at the time, 25th. So yeah. Ole Miss hasn't had a hard game since they won at Oklahoma 34-26 2 weeks before that. So this is at the SIP. You can see it. Yeah, I mean, that versus that, that versus that. I mean, if North Texas can do stuff, Ole Miss is going to do stuff. They are winning their games by average of that. I mean, I think it's 17.5 for a reason. You see that it's 17.5. Did I even show you? I did show you this. Here you go. Here's your numbers, your betting numbers from the public, so you can see it. Uh, if you trust those, I don't, but you can. Personally, um, I have a hard time in the next game too. These two games here, I'm gonna say it together. I have a hard time believing the small team can win against them, even on a neutral site. I just do have a hard time. I'm all matchups. A offense versus defense. Who wins that matchup? Football, it's the main matchup. So, I mean, how uh, Ole Miss got way more talent. They got SEC talent versus Tulane, who has some talent, yes, but I got to go Ole Miss. It's 17 and a half. I'm going to buy it down to 17 because I can. You can do what you want, but I think that 17 and a half is to trick people into taking Tulane plus 17 and a half. That's my thought. I'm going Ole Miss minus 17. I will buy the hook as I always do because you know I do that. I'm basically buying the hook as in opening myself up to a potential push. I'm okay with pushes. Some people hate them. I don't know why. So, because this is plus 106 for 17, I can get minus 17 for what? Minus 105. That's great to me. So, yeah, we're gonna take Ole Miss at home in the SIP to do work next. All right, moving on to the last playoff game of the day. Let me close this up and open it up. It's gonna be James Madison and Oregon, and they are a 20 and a half point favorite. And ooh, ooh, that's all I gotta say. I said before, I mean, let's be who really thinks Tulane or James Madison is actually gonna win the game, much less cover. I'm talking about win the game outright. Like, I damn sure don't, especially because the fact that it's in Eugene and it's in the SIP. Come on, let's be real. So 45.5 is our total. We see the betting numbers. You can see all that there. If you care about that, there you go. Let's pop over here and take a look at the numbers to see if it makes sense to take Oregon. I'm probably taking Oregon, but let's see if it makes sense. Oregon's seem to be look like they're kind of lenient on teams this year. So James Madison's already struggling. They're 108 passing. We're going to see who they played their last three games, see where we got these numbers from. Number one rush defense is disgusting. Okay, you haven't faced Oregon. Let's see who you have faced these last three games. James Madison's last three games were against Troy, 31-14 win at home, at Coastal Carolina, uh, 59-10, and then home against Washington State, 24-20. So Washington State, Oregon's last three were Washington, the Huskies, at Washington, 26-14 win, versus USC, 42-27, and home against Minnesota, 42-13. If they can beat them two teams by that much, they're going to beat James Madison by 21 easily. So this one's going to be real quick, real simple. We're going Oregon. We're going minus 20.5. I don't care. I'm taking it. We're done with this. Let's move on to NFL. All right, now we're moving on to the NFL, and we had the game yesterday, and some people flamed in the comments talking about, oh, this dude don't even check the weather. Oh, the weather's built into the odds. Do you not know how odds work? It's already built in. They've already factored the weather in. So super high scoring game. Both props hit, which is crazy. And then I had the minus 1.5. So they won by one. So therefore I lost that bet. So I went 2-2. Only thing that didn't even come close was the kicker because they had 38 points and no kicks. Crazy. So what can you do? So we have our two games. We're gonna break these games down. And let's go and jump the first one, which is gonna be Philadelphia and Washington. So first game. Philadelphia, 7-point favorites on the road at Washington, who has been an absolute dumpster fire here recently. 44.5 is our total. We go spreadsheet. Boom. Actually, since I'm remembering, let's do it. There's your public numbers. If I remember, I'll show you. Don't count on me doing it every time. I'm just gonna, if I remember, I'll show you. So Outlier has all this. You know, you get a week of free Outlier, right? You can go check it out and do all this yourself. So, but hey, there you go. Spreadsheets, we load the numbers up. We see 13, number one pass defense in the league in the last three games has been Philadelphia. Pretty good, pretty good. Both teams are running the ball quite well. Surprising for Philadelphia. They're finally using Saquon. Saquon's finally doing what he's supposed to. Defense has not been the best on stopping the run, so this could be a heavy Saquon day. Let's see what else we have. That's about the only thing I would even consider on a prop side. So let's go look at the actual depth charts to see who is in, who's out, things like that. So we want this one. We go depth chart. We go who's in. Everybody's good. Don't care about the fullback. Right tackle Lane's still out. Jalen Carter is out, and that is about all they have. So on the Washington side, depth chart looks like we got Mario Haas starting. Dayton Daniels is out. Laramie Tunsil is out at left tackle. Outside of that, the defense looks pretty chill. So there you go. Let's go over to props, shall we? Outlier again, free week of all of this. You know this. Put the game on Philadelphia and Washington, and we have three total props. That's it. We have Jake Moody hit a couple field goals. I don't know if I trust Washington to get close enough to kick field goals because the defense for Philadelphia is number one in passing. And do I trust Chris Rodriguez to run the ball really? Not really. I know he's 10th in the league at 131, but why are they going to run if they're behind? I just don't understand. The game script doesn't make sense in this one. So I'm damn sure not taking Jalen Hurts to throw the ball. I don't want to take that. Mariota throwing for 202. He could be passing a lot because he's behind. That would make a lot of sense. Let's see what he's been up to. Don't care about this. Let's see. He's played his last 5 games for him, 213, 213, 211. He has a trend, if you can't tell. Minnesota, what the hell was this? 31 to nothing. And then 294 here. Crazy. So I'm not going to take that. No. Number one pass defense, Philadelphia. I'm good. Thanks. Where's Saquon? I don't even need Hurts to run the ball. I want Saquon. Where are you at? There you are. Way down here, 95.5, 20%, huh? But you bought out last week, right? No, 92. This feels like a week. If they're going to use him, he should do something like this. He had no catches. So rush receiving 95.5. This feels like a stretch. Feels like a stretch. Like if I'm taking there's only 2 games. Let's be real. There's 2 games. I don't if this was a Sunday, I'd probably take just one play and leave it alone. But it's Saturday. Like there's a couple games on. I'm going Philadelphia -7. I think they're going to handle Washington quite easily. But I'm also going to take quads. I'm going to take quads here. Saquon over. I'm gonna trust him. I'm gonna trust him. I know, right? He's not been doing anything he's supposed to. They aren't using him at all. But I mean, this the week. This the week. Something's telling me to take him. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. He's shown some signs in the last couple of weeks. He hit 122, 92 here. You know. Give me Saquon 95.5 plus Philly next. All right, game 2, which let's be honest, probably the best game of the day of any football game going on is going to be Green Bay Chicago. 9-4-1 versus 10-4. Chicago 10-4, crazy. Who'd have thunk that start of the season? Chicago is a 1.5-point favorite at home, 46.5. We go over here, we see the numbers. Oh, wait. I know you are. I know you want to see these. Hold on. There you go. There's your numbers there. If you care about those. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, let's pop over here to the sheets. And let's see, 10v16, 23-22. Those two cancel out. 2v17, that leaves Chicago. This league, you're not going to run much in Chicago, and they're going to run the ball a good bit, looks like. 4v7. There's your game right there. Third down percentage versus third down defense. Green Bay's third down defense in the last 3 weeks has been atrocious. 29th in the league at 50%. Chicago's 4th. Yeah, they're going to get extra drives, longer drives than Green Bay. This is in Chicago, 33 degrees, no rain, no real wind, but it's in Soldier. Yeah, give me Chicago most likely. What's the spread? 1.5. Yeah, I'm taking Chicago at home. Absolutely. So Chicago minus 1.5. I almost want to go money line after last night. 1.5 got me. So what's our money line? 116. I'll still go 1.5. What's the odds it happens again, right? Yeah, well, it better not. Better not. Let's look at the schedules. Let me get rid of these two. Let's look at some depth charts first before I go real crazy. Bang, boom, bang. Green Bay, Jacobs questionable, Watson questionable, ooh, a couple injuries. Zach Tom, right tackle questionable. DN, a bunch of questionables here. Nothing too crazy, but still, that's enough questionables to make you go, to question it, if you will. Haha. Chicago depth chart. Let's look. Swift questionable. Rome is out. Luther's out. Oh my God, I might be regretting my play all of a sudden. Well, if you're questionable, it's going to be more you. I want Chicago to run the ball. I need to know if Swift's playing or not. Damn, that's concerning. So let's go look at. Hold up. Tell me OY's injury charts. Swift groin questionable. That tells me nothing. You got to let me know. This is yesterday too. We still have an update. Let's go look at the lines. The betting lines will tell me everything I need to know. Don't worry. So let's go ahead and change this over to this game, and let's see what we got up here. Very few, but it is Swift. It said he has lines. Everyone's offering lines. That's pretty good. Rush receiving for Swift, I am down if I can get it. Yeah, if he's playing and he's going to play normally, I'm taking him all day because I'm going to take him to catch 2. Even though he doesn't catch too much, I'm still going to take that. So minus 114, I can grab it for 118. That's the best I can get it for. Okay. If he doesn't play, I'm going to grab, what's his name? Monaga, however you say his name. I can't say it. The backup. You know who I'm saying. I'm not taking anything passing. Only thing I'm taking is following the spreadsheet. I'm going 2v17. That's the main thing I'm focusing on. Chicago, if they go game script and they're in the lead, they're going to run more, obviously. So, hell, I might grab the other run back anyways. You know what? That might not be a bad idea. Let's go find him. Where I don't want to, I don't know. No. Maybe Love, maybe. Jacobs banged up too. Where are you at? Where's the backup? Where art thou? Not you, not you. There you are. Kyle, come here, buddy. Kyle, 54.5. Even though he's still, you see, switched on the Bears practice report, groin injury, maintained the activity 1 day later. Status now won't be confirmed until what, 90 minutes before kickoff. You bastards. But Swift will be poised for a large workload. So regardless, he might go anyway. So would it be smarter to just take him anyways? Maybe. He had 130 literally 2 weeks ago, or 2 games ago, 3 games ago, really. So, how many rushes did he get in this one? So, see, this is why it's getting a little tricky. Let's see. Rush attempts. How many attempts you getting, guy? 12. Okay, so he's getting 12. He needs to get 54 total yards. How about his rushing period? I want to keep the rush receiving. Does he? Damn, he doesn't do anything, does he? Nothing. Yeah, he does nothing out the backfield. Yeah, he's just pure rush the ball. So let's just do a rush yards with him. 46.5. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take both. I'm just something's telling me to take both. I don't know. It sounds crazy. I know. I think Chicago's going to run it down Green Bay's throat the whole game. That's what I think. William Kale's only at 180 yards in the last 3. That's 23rd. Yeah, give me both. We're going Swift. Swift over 71.5. We're going to go rush receiving with him because he does catch occasionally, right? Yeah. He's got some experience catching. Kyle doesn't have any. You see that Kyle's all rushing. We've changed it to this. So let's go backup as well. What's your name, buddy? I cannot say that. I'm not even gonna try to say that. Yeah, whoever. Yeah, over 46.5. I can see that happening, especially like what in Chicago whoops their ass. All of a sudden, the backups come in. He gets more work. He's done it. You see the numbers. He has possibilities. So give me a rush, just pure rushing yards with him. I can grab there for what? What's the line? 100 plus 100. I am down. The other one was what? Minus 118. I'm okay with that. So minus 118. Cool. Oh, I didn't even look at Saquon's odds. Either way, that's NFL. We did college. We is done. Football's done. Now we're going to do challenge questions starting with week 4. Let me explain the new process. I told you at the start of this, we're going to make this a little more difficult as we go, right? That's what we're doing. So week 4 is going to be $250 per person for 5 people on next Friday's giveaway. That's how we're going to do it. Today's only 200. That video will be later after all the sports are done. Now, since we're week 4, we got to step it up a little bit. No more ABCD, no more multiple choice. That's too easy for you. So now I need you to listen, pay attention. And you see, we're going to be typing answers and explaining ourselves in the answers too. So going forward, this is how this week's going to work. I need you to type your answer and give a reason why you picked that answer. Sounds good? If you put the answer and don't explain yourself, it doesn't count for the bonus. It'll still count for the 1 per video. You'll get that no matter what, but you don't get the bonus entries, which you see I have bumped up to 2 now. Double your chances now. So for today's video, for this challenge, for this video, I want to know, because there's 6 games. There's 4 college and 2 pro. At the end of tomorrow night, once all the games are finished, which team will have scored the most points? Simple, easy peasy. I need you to put the team name, abbreviation, however, I review every comment, however you want to put it, that's fine. But I need a reason why you think this team scores the most points. If you think it's Bama, if you think it's Oregon, if you think it's Ole Miss, if you think it's the Eagles, if you think it's whoever, whichever team you think it is, put the reason why you think they are. Any reason you want's fine. I just need a reason. So I need more than just Alabama and dip. You can't do that. You don't get the bonus. You get the 1, but that's it. I need Bama because of this, or Eagles because of this. I need the reason. See, I told you I'm going to make you work a little bit harder. So if you want that, cool. Those are your choices. I know it's 1 out of 12 because there's 6 games, but it's week 4. We're going higher. You see, it's 250 now. So, but there you go. That's the question. Good luck. Peace. We did them all. So let me show you the college schedule first. Scroll back up. So you have all these other games during the week. If you want to see the spreadsheets, you got to become a member of Better Bet. You can see it for every game. I have them up, but I am not covering any of these games. I'm not going to bet on these games. I don't care how good the matchup is. I just don't care. Sorry. I'm not. I do not care about bowl season. I never have. They're cool to watch. I have them on, but I'm not putting actual money on them. No shot in hell. So I will care once we get to the down here, the Las Vegas Bowl, then the other quarterfinal games. So yeah, we'll cover it then. So I'll be back for college for those. NFL, I'll be back tomorrow on Saturday to cover the Sunday games. That's what we usually do. So appreciate you being here. Drop a like, subscribe. Check out Better Bay for the spreadsheets for all sports. Typed out list of plays. or just come join the chat with us in there. It's all there. There you go. Appreciate you being here, and I'll see you tomorrow on Saturday to talk about the Sunday NFL games. Peace.